Hello children, how are you all? In this chapter we'll be talking about that how we get our food. We'll be talking about different food items, cereals, pulses, spices and seeds, oil seeds. So we will be talking about all these things along with that what is the procedure to grow crops? What is cultivation and how these crops reach us? So we'll be talking about all this. So you all know that every time when we feel thirsty, apart from water, we drink either milk, tea, coffee, milkshake. So these all come under beverages. Whenever you must visit to the restaurant or hotels, there is different menu card. So there are beverages, there are starters, there are main courses, then desserts. So different food items are available. So beverages, if we talk about, so beverages are when we have something to drink. The liquid drink is called beverage. And cereals, yes, we do eat cereals: wheat, rice, oat, jowar, maize, bajra. These all are kind of cereals, right? So these are energy giving foods. In your previous classes you have studied about different types of food, which is energy giving food, bodybuilding food and protective food. Yes, so bodybuilding food, when we talk about the protein products, these are the bodybuilding foods. But definitely when you talk about fruits and vegetables, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So when we talk about fruits and vegetables, we understand, oh, they protect us from different diseases. So these are called the protective food. Now the question comes that how do we get the food? How do we get these food items? So the process is, you can see here, farming. What is farming, children? When we grow crops on a large area of land, this is called cultivation, growing crops. Now, what is the procedure? First of all, farmer loosen up the soil, because loosening up, we actually see lot of minerals taking turns, going up, going down, and with the loosening, the seeds can easily be sown, and the crops will grow in a better way. So soil is loosened up, then with the help of plow, definitely. So you must have seen plows wherein the bullock carts and plows are there to loosen up the soil. After that, the soil, manure and fertilizers, manure is khad. So manure and fertilizers are added in the soil to improve the quality and to help the farmers to have good quality of crops. Yes, then after adding manure and fertilizers, the soil is leveled up. The soil needs to be leveled, because with that all the minerals will settle down, all the vitamins, minerals, whatever things are there inside the soil will be settling down. And with that, after settling up, the farmers sow the seed of the crop. And after sowing, proper amount of warmth, air and water will be given to the soil. That means with the help of photosynthesis, the crop is grown, that everybody requires food to grow. So this is how crops also require, this is the food of the crop. For crops required proper amount of sunlight, proper amount of water and air. Yes. So with the help of all these things, this is done. The seed sowing is done, and after that pesticides are sprayed. Pesticides are actually helpful for killing all the unwanted insects, pests which are harming the crops. But pesticides are also chemicals, so that is the reason we are asked to wash our food items, fruits, vegetables properly, because this is harmful, right? And after that, when the crop is grown well, the crop is harvested. The crop is cut, and then it is segregated, it is sorted, it is packed in different sacks, The crop, the seeds which are properly grown are packed in a sack and will be transported to the market, wholesale market. But the crops which are not properly grown are kept aside so that they can be sown in the next year again. So in the market, so this is the procedure. You need to learn all these processes. How do we get? And then in the market, wholesalers do buy these things, and perishable items, the items which get spoiled easily if we keep it for long days, like all the fruits, bananas, vegetables, if you keep them in the fridge and if you'll not be using them, it will be spoiled. It will not be used further after 2 days, 3 days. So perishable items are sold first, and later non perishable, which are not getting spoiled easily, like dal, cereals, pulses. You all keep it. We call it lentils also. Pulses are also called lentils. So then the middlemen or wholesalers buy the products from mandis and then they give it to distributors. So distributors also add in their share of profit and then give it to retailers. Retailers are the shopkeepers. Okay, from where the consumers, we go and buy the product. So this is how farmers are getting less amount. Farmers are selling it for very less amount, but then wholesalers are adding it to their profit. Then distributors are also adding. Then we have retailers, they are also adding profit, and then the consumers are going to get it. So this is how we are getting the food. Now, if we'll talk about our next topic, which is community eating. Children, community is a group of people having same goal, same thought, living together. And when we talk about community eating, it is something where all the people of the group sitting together, cooking food together and having food together. You must have observed langars, right? So langar, group of people organize that, but everybody is allowed to sit with harmony, peace, and eat that food lovingly. There is no discrimination for rich, poor, black, white. Everybody is equal in the eye of God, and everybody is served food at the same place. Right? Daris are spread on the floor, and all the people, be it rich or be it poor, all the people are sitting together and having food. So basically, the principle of this langar is the charity, community service, and social equality. Guru Nanak Dev Ji started this tradition of having langars, and the principle was, the idea of having langar is to have some social service, then equality, and the charity. And then we do eat, we do have community eating during festivals also, when all the extended family members do come home and we eat different kinds of food all together. So community eating is happening in hostels as well, boarding schools, wherein the midday meal, we call it midday meal. Midday meal is the scheme started by the government, which is going on in the government schools. So in boarding schools, definitely it is not free of cost. People do send their children for the boarding studies and they do stay there and they eat food all together, all the children. You must have seen in Harry Potter, all the children used to stay in the boarding hostel and they used to sit all together during lunch times and dinner times. They used to sit and have food happily. So the place where the food is cooked and served is called mess there. It is called mess. But when we talk about the midday meal children, it is the government initiative just to promote right to food and right to education. Because people are not sending, poor people are involving their kids in child labor. They are asking their kids to earn money. So when government started this midday meal scheme, okay, now 2 times the students will be getting the meal for free. So then the parents thought that their expense would be reduced. They started sending the children to school. So this is how all the poor children are getting food, uniforms, everything in the school itself, and they are getting the education as well. So basically, the scheme promotes right to food. And if you talk about the benefits, you can see here, it encourages the children to come to school, it helps in the healthy growth of the child, and it reduces inequality. So this is what is all about in the chapter. Now I request all of you to keep reading this chapter and collect all your doubts and try asking your teacher. Thank you and have a great day ahead, children.